to what's latest on the channel. This is my Honda Hornet 900. The Subaru's still off the road, but I've not replaced it. I've purchased this to get me to work and back in the meantime. It's a lovely bike. For commuting, for days like this, country lanes, I'd struggle to beat it for the price. For around £2.5 grand you can get yourself one of these. This has got 50 odd thousand on the clock, but it looks superb. It really does. Classic motorcycle lines. Not too sure on these, maybe a low mount, we'll discuss that in a bit. But I mean, 110 horsepower, and you get almost all of that for about 70% of the revs. It rides lovely. So in this, I'll show you a little bit closer. I'll tell you some of the things I want to do to it. And also, we'll go out for a run and try some 0 to 60s with a draggy. I'm not great at launching this for some reason, but we'll see how we go. Once you're on, the riding position for your upper body is really nice and relaxed, but your pegs are quite high, so you still get that like sporty feeling. It's supposed to be quite a bit heavier, like 20 kilos heavier than the 600. I think most of that, or a lot of that's going to be down to these twin exhausts, which will be going. But other than that, it really doesn't feel heavy on the road. It turns with ease, especially if you get your riding position right. Nice down, push it with your palms. It feels lovely. The tank's a lot bigger than the 600 one. It only costs about 20 quid to fill up, but I get about 140, 150 miles out of it. It's about 50 to the gallon, which I know in biking terms is, you know, no one really measures them, but compared to your car, this thing's superb to go to work on. I love it. Let's go out for a ride. The engine to this, don't rev very high really, not for saying it's out the fire blade, only revs to 9. It's urgent enough, definitely urgent enough. Even when you short shift like that, it really does pull. For cruising around, it's lovely and comfortable. The last bike that I rode was ZX10. The handling was superb. This, it handles really well. I'm going to end up saying for its weight quite a few times, but it's not even that heavy. So the feeling of it's a bit like a muscle bike, as in it's got a very, very linear torque curve, but without the lardiness. Plenty of brakes. Tip it in. I mean, like I say, it ain't that heavy. It just feels a bit bigger than like the normal Hornet, but it will do. You can just roll it on, you don't have to thrash it. Yeah, plenty of poke to this. Plenty. I think Honda quote 110 horsepower. Not sure, but it feels like if it does have that 100, it's got it from 5,000 right the way up to 9.5, which gives you a lovely, like, good pull. You're never worried about a power bank coming on, or does give a slightly dull feeling to the engine though. You don't get that massive rush up top end. Let's have a look here. I mean, I'd say that. Flipping out. Time for a cruise anyway. Doesn't lift the front how you'd expect it to. I feel that kind of input would lift. I mean, I didn't intend for it to lift there, so maybe not, but I think maybe a bit snatchier on it and it would definitely come up. Feels incredibly flickable. The bars help with that, as opposed to obviously a sports bike. But on these sort of roads, the suspension's like really compliant, maybe a bit squishy for anything too exuberant. Standard exhausts are too quiet, but maybe you can get the induction noise. Not sure if you can hear that or not, but it does make a lovely growl from down here. I mentioned about the exhaust. The standards are
I don't know, they look heavy. Whether they are or not, we'll find out when I take them off. But they're definitely very, very quiet. Yeah.
Let's just kick this squirrel carcass out of the way. Yeah. Not too bad for one go, 4.1 seconds. I mean, 4.1's not fast in bike terms. It feels a lot faster than that. I imagine a better launch would help, but the front was just lifting, and I bottled it a little bit on a crest, which I really shouldn't do, that's my fault. But when I get more used to the bike, I'll give it a couple of launches. In the future, I'm going to do another video because I want to sort the exhaust system out. The upswept it's of an era. Doesn't need to be that way anymore. Extra weight, no reason for it, and too quiet. Other thing, I want to get rid of the belly pan and take off any of the accessories that the previous guy put on that I'm not all that happy with. Try and make it a little bit more like mine. But in the meantime, I'm just going to put some miles on it. It's got 55,000 on it nearly already, and it really doesn't look it. It's in great condition, but a few little bolts are rusty. We'll get all them changed out, and we'll go from there. See you again.